so we are going to kick off this holiday look with priming our eyeballs. It's basically like a foundation for your eye. We just want to make sure that the eyeshadows that we put on top show out true to color and last all night, all day long. I'm going in with this Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I take that nice light brownish creamy color, not creamy at all, see I'm terrible at explaining colors, but I work that really nicely into the crease. That way when we do put the darker brown on top of it, it just transitions so beautiful. And I take the Lorac Pro Matte palette and take the color Chocolate and work that in the crease really well. We are only going to be using browns for the crease, and we're going to kind of make it smoky, but at the same time I want the lid to be light, like with no color at all, and you'll see as this video progresses what I'm talking about. Just really work that brown on the outer portions of your eye, and then I take the white in the middle portion of our eye near the tear duct and just make that blank. I didn't want much color on that part, and I wanted it to be matte. So that's why I use the white shade in that Pro Matte palette, and I also put that on my brow bone. The product that puts this look together is the eyeliner. It just makes it look more uniformed, but I also take that Makeup Geek shadow because it was more of a brown, and I didn't want it to be like a black brown, which it kind of looks like that right now, so I put Mocha on top of it, so we really kept it a truly brown eye makeup look. And this is just where I'm blending it all out, making sure that it's all smoked out nicely. And then I took this ColourPop eyeliner in Swerve, and it actually worked really nice. It was nice and black, and I actually am using a nail brush to put the eyeliner on. It's really small, it does the job, and it was a really cheap brush, but yeah, surprisingly it did exactly what I needed it to do. So yes, just doing a exaggerated wing liner. This would also look good with no wing liner. You could just throw on some lashes and skip the wing completely, but you know, I haven't worn wing liner in a long time, and I thought that it made the look more polished, so definitely do that. And I also tight line with the Swerve liner as well. And once you have the liner on, this is where you're going to go back in and make sure that you fill in some places that you need to fill in, and then add your lashes. And here we are going to prime our face. I'm using that MURAD primer. It's the MURAD Invisiblur Perfecting Shield. I love it. It's really silicone feeling, and yeah, it just makes the foundation just glide on your face. And that's where I mixed the Hourglass Immaculate with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. And yes, I'm using the Real Technique sponge to blend that into my skin nicely. And this keeps me matte literally all day, all night, whichever time I choose to wear it. And it just wears beautifully on my skin because it is oily. And yeah, but I do like mixing it with a little bit of a luminous foundation. That way it doesn't look so matte. And here I'm mixing the Urban Decay Naked Concealer with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And the Radiant Creamy Concealer is a lot heavier than the Naked Skin, so that's why I put it on the lower portions just for a little bit of extra coverage to cover my freckles and brown spots and such. And then I'm taking the Maybelline Bronze BB, and it's in the medium deep color, just to bronze my face out. This is a liquid, and I haven't set my face with the powder yet, and by doing this it just makes that contour portion, bronzing portion, just lock in because I'm gonna set it with the powder. And yeah, it just makes it look that much better to me. And then I just go back in with my beauty blender and make sure that it's not splotchy and blend it all out. Then we are going to set those places. We put concealer. I kind of baked my face. I didn't put too much, but I put a little bit more on top of it just so it really locks it in there. I plan on wearing this look for a Christmas party. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. That way it's just locked all day, all night. And yes, that is what I'm doing here. And then I go in and bronze those places where we put that bronze BB. And then after I bronze, I end up just wiping it off. I don't cook my face for that long or anything like that. Then we're just going to make the lower lash line match the top, and I just go in with that same color Chocolate in the Pro Matte palette and go all over the lower lash line. Then we are going to line the bottom lash line with Swerve again, and this was kind of hard to use on the lower lash line, so I would just recommend going in with an eyeliner instead, because with the brush, for whatever reason, it was drying out really fast, and yeah, blah blah blah. And then I go back in and just blend it all out to make sure that it looks beautiful. And then I go in with that highlight shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and go in the inner corner and on my brow bone just to make it pop, since everything on our eyes is matte. By adding the shimmer, it made the eyes look so beautiful, I thought. I really liked it. Then don't forget your lower lashes. Mine are non-existent. Sad story. And then I go back on the lid with the white color in the Pro Matte palette just to make sure that the inner part of our eye is nice and matte and no color. Doesn't that look beautiful? I just thought that looked so nice. And then here I'm just blending it all together just to make sure that it looks nice and blended. And then for the cheeks, I go in with MAC's Pinch Me, and it's a nice red brown, and I just really wanted my cheeks to look nice and warm. This whole look together is just basically like a really warm look. And then we are going to contour our nose a little bit and make our cheeks look a little bit more sunken in, and I clean it up with the darkest, lightest shade in that palette. It just makes my contour look cleaner, and I just put it in those areas, like I said, just to make it stick out that much more. And then go in with a powder, or not a powder, your powder brush, to make sure it's all blended out. Then for the lips, I lined them with Jordana's Easy Liner in Cabernet. I didn't like this. It didn't go on the prettiest, but I would recommend using a lip liner if you're going to use a liquid lipstick. That way it has something to stick to, and it shows up true to color when you put it over it. And I'm using two different Ultra Matte lips by ColourPop, and the first one is in LAX. This is really gorgeous. It's very, very deep though, very, very dark, and this actually looks a little bit brighter. In person, this looks much darker. So that's when I went in with another ColourPop color in Avenue, and you'll see me, yeah, this color right here. I just put it in the center of my lips just to add some dimension, because LAX on its own was a little bit too dark, so I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension to the middle. But that's it, you guys. That is the holiday look. I absolutely love this look. If you are feeling vampy, then I would totally recommend trying this. I hope you guys enjoy this look, and if you do it, please tag me on Instagram or Twitter, whatever. Oh, and here I just brighten it up just a little bit more with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. But yes, now it's the complete look. Make sure you set it too. But yes, thanks again for watching, and I love you guys. I hope you guys have a happy holiday. Bye!